quite well.
I'm psyched for you.
I did almost fall asleep in the car this morning on the way here.
Oh my gosh.
It was like I was listening to this new audiobook and I was like, I'm so tired.
Girl, we needed fancy coffee
That's okay.
Today.
No, that's okay.
I have my 806 coffee.
Yeah. That is a cute mug.
Mm-hmm.
Who
Nancy, everybody's gonna ask where you got your shirt from, so tell me.
Probably at Goodwill, and
Always
does give me Scrubs vibes, but in like
vibes.
Good way.
Oh yeah, pediatric doctor giving you the good band-aids. Sure.
I'm not all work.
Oh, yeah.
I'm also some play.
Oh, totally play. You have it all, sister. They're like comfy Doc Martens when you're working in school.
ABC, like
you are
maybe wrote a pilot about me.
100%. Like that P Doc. We went on a previous tangent on here and it was lengthy. And then we decided to cut that tangent. And we have successfully fallen into just another tangent right away. Like, couldn't be any different.
In the first tangent, we were 60s housewives. In this tangent, we're cool doctors. Do we like our lives? These are questions that we ponder in our journals. Hey y'all, welcome to OMG Planners, sponsored by Laurel Denise. We are Laurel Denise.
Everything is sponsored by Laurel Denise.
And we're going to talk about how to use your planner as a journal. This is something that
we both challenged ourselves to do this year. Well, you wanted to do it, and then I challenged myself to do it just so I could compete. I also felt like it would be a really, really good thing to do.
It's just a fun thing to do.
It's a fun thing to do.
And we were both inspired by a friend who used their horizontal planner as a journal.
Yeah.
And when I created a sample spread of her planner, I was like, this is so cool. Great. It solved all of my problems with journaling, which is when you have a big blank page and I'm like, I don't know how much to write. How little do I write?
Yeah. What do I write about?
Yeah.
I feel like it's harder for me to journal, honestly, because I'm afraid my children will find these one day.
Oh,
and I'm really? Like, oh, yeah. So I find myself sort of like not really journaling the 100% everything, which I've been thoughtful about lately.
That's really
but
interesting.
also maybe they'll read these journals when they're going through a similar time and be like, oh, that was really hard. And it was hard for my mom.
Yeah.
Like both things are hard.
Being real. Not everything is perfect. And especially I think we think that a lot of things are perfect. And then later, you don't have a straw.
No.
Things aren't always perfect.
I was missing a straw. I'm going to journal that today.
If they did find your journal later and were like, Mom wasn't having a great time, actually, then...
But she loved me well.
Yeah. Another option
good days
for you.
and bad days.
You could also burn your planner at the end of the year.
You know what? Somebody that I know, a mom, actually keeps them all in a big Tupperware, and it's in her, like, when I die, you must burn my planners. But then that begs the question, why do you keep them? You don't want anybody to see them. Maybe you look back on them?
This is a great question, Molly. I think... For me, the benefit of journaling comes that evening. That's when I get the most benefit is like I'm holding myself accountable. I'm writing down what I did, how I felt about it, and analyzing maybe why I felt that way. And if I maybe wasn't happy with why I felt that way, like maybe I could change something during my day. But I think it's the reflecting in the moment.
So you won't go back to it?
I don't think I will.
I still look back on my journals from like middle school.
Really?
Yeah, sometimes I'll flip through them and I'm
How do they make you feel?
Aw, widow wowie.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's okay.
Yeah.
But it also is a good reminder because it's like that thing I felt was so big in that moment is now not big anymore. So it's a good reminder for the thing I think is really big right now. Like I'll learn the lessons, I'll carry with me the things I need. And some of those things that are massive, I don't even remember. I mean, of course that's because like I was in middle school, but like they feel so big and you're like in 20, 30, however many years since I've been in middle school, you won't remember this. So you can let it go. So it's good. It's good reminders for that.
I feel that way with even just looking back at like my Monday when I'm on a Sunday and being like, wow, I was so stressed on Monday and now I'm not stressed at all. Like,
oh yeah, that's good.
Good reminder for next week. One of my really good friends from college, we were roommates at one point, and I wrote her a letter. And in the letter, I was basically just being like, this relationship that I have with this other person, like I need to keep that relationship going. And I wrote this. I said, because my self-esteem is so low and I just like feel like I don't have any friends right now. And this is something that I've realized, like, I still have those feelings now.
And you're realizing it because you're journaling?
I realized it because my friend found this letter and showed it to me.
Oh.
And I was like, oh my gosh, like, oh, I've been, that insecurity has, like, been with me.
Forever. Nance!
Yeah. It's just interesting. And
It's
I think
very interesting. But that is part of being able to reflect back.
Yeah.
You can see those lines that have continued in your life. And either you're like, okay, I'm going to make friends with you, line. And I'm going to be gentle with you, line of
I think
low
that's
self-esteem.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm really, really going to try to not have you be around anymore.
Yeah.
Because, like, I really don't want to be your friend. Like, it's
some
people you got to cut off.
That was the feeling I felt towards that insecurity was like, girl, I'm done. I'm done feeling that insecurity.
Yeah, it's been so long.
I don't need to believe that.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think you just need to turn 40 and be like, you know what? I don't care. I am hot because I say I'm hot.
Yeah.
I'm talented because I say I'm talented. I like this outfit. You start saying to yourself all the things people have said to you probably forever.
Yeah.
Anyway, 40s. I'm 40.
Woo!
What's that SNL skit? I'm 60. She like kicks her legs. Okay, should we show the
Let's start.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we're not going to show the actual journal. Don't get excited,
No.
kids.
Do you like to go first?
You go first.
Okay, I'll go first because you have been decorating your planner. Because I'm not showing my like real feelings to the world. I'm just showing how I am laying out my planner right now.
I love it.
And this has evolved since I first started. In fact, if you want to go back and watch how we're setting up our 2024 planners, in
Nancy. Because isn't their individual?
Oh,
videos,
yeah, they are. For Nancy. I show how I originally set it up for January, and it's evolved.
Yeah.
So, let me get into it. Over here, in my month, I just write little numbers. These are on scales of 1 to 5, like how my skin is doing, how much I'm craving sugar or chocolate, how stressed I am, and then on the top I write the number of alcoholic drinks I've had that day.
Because you're tracking if it's all linked, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then what exercise I did.
I love it.
What I was saying earlier is like Mondays are sometimes like a 5, and then I can see it's like 5, 4, 5, 3, 2, 1. And I just had a whole week last week. I had like 2 weeks that were just 1s. My cravings and my stress were all 1s. It was so crazy.
What fairyland did you go back to?
I don't know. I every evening when I would get in my journal and be like, I think I'm at a 1 again. It was cool.
Wait, so I feel like I'm different stress level in the morning than in the afternoon, than in the evening. So do you kind of look back on your day and you're like, overall?
Yeah. I guess I am kind of mostly judging on my evening feeling, though.
Yeah.
Okay. That could be interesting, though. I could easily like
do a morning one and a PM one.
Yeah, morning. Here, I just write what I did today. Sometimes I write it like I'm time blocking.
Oh, I love that.
If I had a lot of stuff going on and I was excited about it. And then sometimes I just write what I did. Recently, I've been not just writing what I did, but I've been trying to make it more sensory by being like, this is what I ate, or this is
that's a good
like
idea.
It smelled really good on my walk with Fred. Trying to work senses into it, so then
I like that.
If I did look back, I could be like, oh yeah, I remember I ate that cookie. It was delicious.
And it was lovely.
Yeah.
Spot of cookie, little shorty. I love that.
So that's evolving.
Okay.
Here I write what I felt about the day, and that's kind of fun.
Yeah, that is fun.
It's fun if like I had a great day and I wasn't stressed, and it's like I loved everything. And then if I am stressed, I'm like, girl, why was I stressed today?
Yeah.
And then on Sundays, what I have been doing is just like looping around and just kind of writing
a weekly
summary or a Sunday reflection, what I'm learning, whatever. Okay, so then we go over here. Ooh. Here, stemming from this, some days, like on Wednesday, maybe I have a lot that I'm feeling. Okay. I'll go over here and I'll put I'll write 4-3 for, it was the 3rd, and then I'll just write my overflow. Oh, I think nice. I originally thought this was going to be a monthly reflection, but I ended up, sometimes I want to write more about my feelings. That's awesome. And then here I have my daily gratitude.
Yes.
And then I'm habit tracking in my mini planner, whether I read, whether I stretched, did I do my PT exercises, did I shower? It's kind of basic, but
it's a big deal.
I'm still kind of recovering from the pandemic. In the pandemic, I was like, I never have to shower. And my brain is like, girl, no, you do. And let's pick it up. And then this is if I practice the piano that day, which I set a goal is I want to do 15 days a month.
Such a reasonable goal.
Thank you.
Yeah. How are the lessons going?
They're going pretty well.
Good.
Yeah.
That's so
I
cool.
will say that I cried in front of my teacher already.
Not surprised.
Why? I
'Cause you
have
couldn't get
really
something.
base performance anxiety.
Oh.
It's such a game of mindfulness. I found I'd make a mistake and I'd be like, oh my God, she probably thinks I'm like so bad at the piano. And so I've been really trying to be more mindful and like in the piece when I'm playing, and that has helped. And I did not cry at my last lesson. It's been interesting.
Is she like Ferraro piano? Like what is she? I'm picturing this like mean, like
no, she's really sweet.
like almost like Principal Trunchbull or something.
No, part of it is that she is really like, no, Nancy, like just play the piece how you want to play it. You don't have to pay attention to the dynamics that it tells you. And I'm like, no, but that's like,
But that's the instruction on the screen.
that's how I play it perfectly. I'm here to play it perfectly. That's
there's
why
perfect in pianoing.
Yes.
No perfect in planning, but perfect in
Apparently
pianoing.
there's not.
Oh,
and
boy. This is new.
Yeah.
That's not what I learned in the orchestra.
Right?
There is perfect.
Yes.
In performing.
And I was really hoping that she would tell me that I was perfect, and then she didn't.
Oh, that's
And
always the worst.
Yeah. So it's been an adventure. But I'm working on it.
Okay.
It's fun. It's fun. It's super fun to cry in front of a stranger.
I try to do it at least once or twice a month.
And then I left a blank space here because I found that like by the end of my last month, I like to change up my habits.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And sometimes I add some,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I thought probably by April I'll think of another habit that I want to add.
I like that.
So
I love it. Nance, thanks for sharing. Do you use the back pages differently or
I
in any
haven't
way?
changed my back page usage.
Yeah.
I still have, this is my list of things to do when I feel anxious. These are the things I like about myself. My ability, skill, and interest in playing the piano is on there.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to write my vulnerability.
You know what list you could put in here? Nice things people say about me. What others think about me. Or like say about me.
that's
Those are fun.
interesting.
But in a good way. Not
Yeah,
good
only
things other-
compliments?
Yeah, only compliments.
I
Or
would-
it could be called Only Compliments.
Ah,
And you could say,
I love that. I
because
should put that right
sometimes
here.
you can like hang on to those, or you forget when they're really meaningful and sweet.
Yeah. And then I have
Tell
my-
us about your journaling pen, because obviously it's different than your normal pen.
Yes. I use the ProMach .38 liquid ink
Love
Morning
it.
Glory. I love it. It just writes so nicely. I don't know
Yay.
what's going on. That's it. I think
Yeah.
that was a different pen.
That's
but-
this one.
Mhm, it is. It's this one. It just like is so smooth and
So that's the difference, y'all. That's that one, and that's that one.
so that's that.
I love it, Nance. Thanks for sharing.
Thanks.
Okay, my turn next.
Okay.
Okay, here's
Wow,
mine.
So pretty.
I decorate mine because it's fun.
It is fun.
Yeah, it's kind of fun to do, but I like the challenge of not. Actually, I didn't in March. There's no decoration. And it's already, I just was like, forget it. It's okay, Lolly. Just like keep going.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've labeled mine. I do exercise here.
Okay.
Just like how I moved. I do a daily reflection here. I actually do this the morning after, but I think I should start doing it at night. Because it's like a little, how I'm really feeling, what I'm really like thinking about, I think is a little gone by the time the morning hits, which maybe is a good thing to remember. But
I could see the argument either way. Like maybe by the morning you're like, this is what really stuck. And
Yeah.
what really matters.
yeah. But sometimes
But-
I find myself journaling like what I'm actually feeling that morning, just what I did the day before or something. So
Oh, okay.
I think it might be cool. I liked your did and feel. So I feel like maybe I could do like a did, draw a line, and then do like a feel.
Yeah,
but I don't know if that would
you're-
be enough room for me. But I know I have
You're
tiny handwriting.
I'm so proud of how big you wrote on
Thank
these
you
sticky
so
notes.
much. Thank you. Thank you so much. This is my whatever I read in the Bible that day. So, or like if it's a book or whatever.
Love it.
And like I'll put little quotes or little like questions or stick outs, like things I noticed from that.
Gosh.
This is my like main takeaway this week, either like like from the reflections or like from the reading I did.
Uh-huh.
So I put that here. And then I don't habit track much. I'm not a big habit tracker. That's why I didn't have it in the 2023 plan or wherever it was. Because I just I'm not a big habit tracker. But I do think it's valuable, so I think I should.
Habit trackers are a pain to set up yourself.
Yeah.
It's probably the most time
100%. Yeah. I know why other people love them. I need to get better at them. I really would like to. So
what Bree from current ADHD would say is that what do you want to get out of habit tracking? Why would you want to habit track?
To hold myself accountable.
Okay.
To do the
makes
thing.
sense.
And to also be oh, you had time to read. Look at all the things you had, fun things that you love that you had time to do. Instead of habit tracking water or whatever, it's oh, I played outside. I read out loud to the girls, or I read it to myself, Yes. Things I want to do that I think are good and are hard for me, or that I just want to do, I think would be fun to track in here. So
maybe,
you never know.
Maybe it's another example of the benefit of a journal being something that you can look back on.
Yeah.
Where maybe this week you were just really stressed, but then when you look at your habit tracker, you're wow, I
still was able to read
every single day. Or with my piano thing, maybe for a whole week I felt really down about not practicing the piano, but then when I look back, I'm wait, I hit my goal.
Yeah, I did a great job.
This month was a good month.
A great month.
Yeah.
Turn that around.
Yeah. Zoom out.
Zoom out. I'm really bad at praying, so this is going to be my written prayer.
I love you.
I'm going to write it on that. I think
that's
maybe
so
it'll make it more fun if I write it on the highlight.
Yeah.
This is my gratitude list.
Rejoice.
Rejoice. And then this is my funny quotes that the kids say.
Oh, I love that.
And that make me laugh. Cute. Or that my husband says, or whatever. Funny things that happen in the office.
Do you have any from last month that you could read us?
Oh, I don't even know. I have one from my youngest daughter. Her teacher was going skiing in snowshoe, and she called it snow boots. She was she's going skiing in snow boots. And I just thought it was so cute. I loved it. But other months, this has been my gratitude column.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I haven't done it.
I love how you're switching it up.
Yeah, I am switching it up every month. I think that'll help me come back to it even more, too.
Yeah.
Switching it up.
Resparkling.
Yeah, absolutely.
Current ADHD coaching.
Yes.
Everything she says pretty much just goes on loop in my head.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Are you using your back pages?
Not really. I use them to keep my original sticky notes.
Smart.
And then I'm using them to try to plan out spring break. More original sticky notes. So no, I haven't used these at all. But I'm putting that in my other planner, and I'm putting all my books and stuff, things I do in my personal time, I'm kind of putting in my other planner. But I wonder if it would have been neat to put them in here. Maybe I'll do that next year.
Thinking that as well.
Yeah. And also, we might not want to use a mini next year. If you often have overflow, you might want to use a big one.
I might. Yeah. Although the mini is nice on my nightstand.
Yeah, me too.
I like him.
I keep my Energel Needle Tip 0.3 in here, and then I also keep my highlighter because I often am reading a book that I'll quote in here or whatever, and so I like to have a highlighter on deck, if you will.
Nice.
Yeah. So those are our journals.
Okay, so this is how we are using our planner to journal.
Yes.
Obviously, there are many other ways because we've been changing ours. So we're very interested to hear how y'all are using your planners as a journal, if you are.
If you are, yeah.
Or if you're feeling motivated to, then tell us in the comments.
Because we love to hear it.
Yes.
I think it's it, Nance.
What's our sign-off, Lols?
Ooh, may your journaling unjumble. That feels good. Okay. And your thoughts be tender, kind.
I want to talk more about that, but we should go. Okay.
Bye. Giving 1960s housewife who's also a little spicy. Yeah, she serves the strong margaritas on the block, starting at 11 a.m.
Vacuuming.
Oh, you do
And
love
I think
that.
if I had the time, I would be into dusting.
As a hobby.
Yeah. And then the gossip sessions.
That's
your neighbors.
With the neighbors.
With the wine and the margaritas.
Yeah. I think we
Planning
might be
parties.
putting a rose-colored glass. Really sad, Kate Winslet. And Leonardo DiCaprio. So good. Such a good movie. But it was very, very, very sad. like it's just probably best to delete
We'll
that
just delete
whole
it.
entire thing.
Nancy, the
Clap.
editor,
Start now.
loves
Clapping.
this. Oh my.